This is Hermit's Rest, the beginning of our trip. It will be the bus that is right over here will be dropping us off tomorrow morning, probably around 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be very, very dark at that particular time. There's Paul down there by the sign, the Hermit's Rest sign. We'll be hiking out to the trailhead, which is just about 200 yards down the trail. And we'll continue that tomorrow. This is the canyon view just below the beginning of the Hermit Trail, and we are going to be coming in the morning, like I said, so we won't be able to see this part. And this is the trail. Looking back up the trail, we're only about 100 yards from the top, so we're going to be heading back up starting tomorrow morning. Here we are. We're about a little bit more than a quarter of a mile down the actual trail, and this is Sunday morning, and here's the view. The sun will be coming up. All of these cliffs will be bathed in sunlight probably in the next half hour, so we're really enjoying this. So that's the other side. There's Paul doing his thing. Here we have the cobblestones, or the flagstones, whatever you call them, going down. We're not quite a mile and a half down, I'm sure, and we still haven't reached the level of the Coquina sandstone area, but we're continuing on to the springs. Okay, we are here right now at the intersection of the Waldron Trail and heading on down to Dripping Spring on the Hermit Trail. And just to show you how far we've come, there are the cliffs up there. We've probably come maybe 1,500 feet or so down, and we're heading on down the trail here to Dripping Spring. We're still on our way to the springs, but I saw this bedstead down the trail and thought I'd like to take a picture of it. Some pioneer back in the early 1800s or sometime was carrying it for his wife, and his wife probably died on the trail, and he figured he didn't have to carry it anymore, so it was kind of interesting. But we're heading on down the trail now toward the springs. Here we are at we're at Dripping Springs, the rest place. We're going to go up. I'm going to adjust our straps and our boots, and maybe eat a little bit of trail mix. But the Hermit Trail goes on down that way, and we're just going to take a break. Here we are at this particular intersection. We are here now at Santa Maria Springs. We did not stop at Dripping Springs. We decided to come on down. We're here at Santa Maria Springs. It's got a little shelter and a little trough. You can fill up your water bottles here, but you would need the water purification. They say that it's best to purify all the water that you get here in the park. We're going on in here into the shelter. You can see there are benches. There's some benches. There's even a rocking chair bench over there. And we're just stopping to make some adjustments and eat some trail mix, tighten our packs, and rest for a little bit, and keep on going down the trail. Here's one of the first rock slides that we encountered where it covers the trail. Paul's going on around the rock. The rock slide is about a couple of hundred yards around the bend from Santa Maria Springs. That's Santa Maria Springs, just around the bend there. And this is the first rock slide, but it may take some navigation a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, here's a picture of Cathedral Rock. We're approximately 4.3 miles down the trail. We have descended about 2,200 feet in altitude, and Just one of the landmarks, the prominent landmarks that stick out in the landscape. Here we have the first view of the Colorado River coming down the trail. It's about a half mile around the other side of Cathedral Rock right there. We've been tracking on the trail and come across a couple of rock slides, which were easy to navigate. But we're heading on down, and we'll be at the bottom in another couple of hours. We are right here at Breezy Point, and we stopped for lunch. It's about for about a half hour, so give our legs a rest, get some water, and get some lunch. And the wind is really breezy, that's why it is, and we're going to be going down the trail. We're starting at what's called the Cathedral Stairs. All this down here, and it's going to be dropping roughly about 1,200 feet in about a mile or so. That's going to be in the first half mile, so it's going to be strenuous. All right. Here we are at the bottom of the Cathedral Stairs. We were up about right there and came down roughly about 1,100, 1,200 feet in about a half a mile. And it's a rugged terrain, but it's doable. We are here at the intersection of the Tonto and the Hermit Trail. Tonto Trail goes that way. It's where we're heading up right now, down to Hermit Creek to get water, and then on down to Hermit Rapids to camp for the night. And then later tomorrow we'll be coming back this way and heading down the Tonto Trail towards Salt Creek. Here we are at the intersection of the Hermit Creek Trail and where it goes down to Hermit Rapids. Hermit Rapids is down this way, and Hermit Creek, of course, is this way. And somebody has busted the sign, and you can tell it says Hermit Creek Campground. Is where it will be, and someone's probably stolen the other sign as a souvenir or something to Hermit Rapids. But best thing is, when you're going down the trail, if you go down the trail and you finally get to the creek, is just to take the creek all the way down to the rapids. Reason being because the trail at points is grown up and overgrown, and most people just take the just follow Hermit's Creek all the way down to the rapids too. The caution is that when you're coming back, just make sure that you notice where you take off of the trail onto the creek, so that you can get back on the trail and you won't have to go. If you do not, then you'll end up walking the Hermit Creek all the way to the Hermit Creek Campground, and you won't do that. It's be about a mile out of your way or so, mile and a half out of your way. So that's the story so far. Here we are at Hermit Rapids. This is Paul going down and going into the creek a little ways. This is where we got our water. We're loading up with water, and we're heading back down into Hermit Rapids in just a little bit. So we just stopped here to get water and purify the water, so looking good. We are here at Hermit's Creek. We just stopped here for water and to rest a little bit, and just to show you around the campground here. Even though we will not be staying here, we'll be hiking on to Hermit Rapids. Hermit Rapids, we have about a mile and a half to go, but we needed water, so we stopped here. There is a place to get water right down the trail here, and this is the trail that comes into the campground. We're going to be heading on down there in just a few minutes. Thought I'd show you the privy, which is the outdoor toilet, of course, and you have to ascend these little rock stairs, and once you get to the top, the privy is it's not bad. It's got a toilet seat on it, and you've got some wood chips that you put in there after you use it and stuff. The only problem is that it is open to the sky, and up here is a trail, the trail that comes in, and the people that pass by can see you in all your glory if you're using the toilet at that particular time. But anyway, this is Hermit. This is Hermit's Rapids. We got here, it was getting dark last night, so I didn't post anything last night. It is now Monday morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning, and just thought I'd show you around the one section of the campground. The main campground's probably on the other side of the little creek that we came in on, Hermit's Creek. We walked down the creek, and it's mainly sand, a lot of sand, which is good if you want a hip hole for as you're sleeping. There's the tent. That's up on the cliffs there, and the moon's still up. You can see the moon. So we just thought I'd show you around Hermit's Rapids. And this is the actual rapids itself. They said that if we sit here long enough, we'll see whitewater rafters coming down. So we're not going to be here that long. We're going to head back up to the trailhead, to the Tonto Trail, and then on to Salt Creek. This is where Hermit Creek meets the Colorado River at the Colorado Rapids. We are at the Colorado Rapids, which they call Hermit Rapids, because it's where Hermit Creek flows into the Colorado. And there's a lot of whitewater rafters that come down here right now, but you'll see that right at the present the Colorado is very, very muddy, and it's rushing pretty heavily, and that may be from all the rains that they've had up in Colorado and all of the flooding that they've had in Colorado as well. This is hiking back up Hermit Creek toward the Tonto Trail. We will be hiking along the creek bed. We had some advice from one of the guides here. We tried to take the trail, and the trail was overgrown, and he said the best way to do it is just to follow the creek bed. And we might get our shoes, our boots wet, but that's okay. We'll change our socks when we get to the Tonto Trail. It's a lot easier, I'm sure, and less energy. This is one of the overlooks from the Tonto Trail. Down there is the Colorado River. We were down there at Hermit Rapids last night. We've climbed quite a ways. You see the beautiful panoramic view. And we're going to be heading on down the trail in just a moment. Just beautiful views. Here's another vista viewpoint from the Tonto Trail, and right down there you will see the Hermit's Rapids where we were last night. We've traveled about, how many miles?
5.3.
5.3 miles up the Tonto Trail, or up the trail. That's the Hermit Rapids Trail and the Hermit Creek Trail and the Tonto Trail, all the way to this point. And we're heading on to Monument Creek. Yes, to the left is the Tonto Trail, coming that way. And we're heading on up to the top of the slope. We are here at Monument Creek Campground right now, and Paul and I are stopping to just rest and wait out the sun because it's the middle of the day, and we don't want to be hiking in the heat of the day. So we're getting water here, and I'll show you around the campground in just a few minutes. I'm on my way down to the spring to get water. This is Monument Creek. I just finished filling up our water bottles and going back up and grab something to eat, and then we're going to head on down to Salt Creek. I just thought I would show you the good source of water here for hikers and for others. It's a beautiful place.